Thinking about buying a dishwasher in India and wondering how much it's going to cost? You've reached the right place. Hi, my name is Soumya, and today we will talk about how much does it take to run a dishwasher in India. Before we get started, if you have not already, do hit the big fat subscribe button so that you can receive new videos from me every week on home finance, home automation, and home decor. So you decided to let go of your house help due to the pandemic, but the amount of work that you have to do at home keeps piling on. Sometimes it is even more than before because we have all been working out of home, mostly just cooking out of home. So the amount of vessels that piles on is significantly high. And if you are like me, the worst home task for me is actually washing dishes. It not only clutters your kitchen, but is also very cumbersome and tiring. I purchased the dishwasher as soon as the lockdown opened in India back in April. So it's been about 6 months that I have been using it, and it has been the best decision of 2020. Along with, of course, the Robo vacuum cleaner, which has made the house tasks for me extremely easy and automated. If you would like to see a video on how the Robo vacuum cleaner has been helping in my house, do take a look at this video that I have linked in the description to get more information. There are a number of costs that you will incur when you start using a dishwasher. That is outside of the cost of the dishwasher itself, which is available at various different price points, starting from 20,000 rupees, which is the small tabletop version, which is the Voltas Beko, to a 12-14 plate setting dishwasher, which is available from various different brands like Faber, Bosch, IFB, and so on. I purchased the Faber dishwasher, which has been extremely good for me in the last 6 months. It was the only dishwasher that was available in the market at that point in time when the lockdown opened, and I have never been happier. If you would like to see my review of first time use of a dishwasher, please take a look at this video, which I have also linked from the description. Before we get started, let me remind you that the prices keep constantly changing on Amazon, and the prices that I am talking about are on the date that I'm actually making this video. And I have rounded off the numbers so that it becomes a lot easier for calculation. In addition, I have used the numbers for the finished products, which is mostly what I use, which is the most expensive product in the market. So if you are using other products in the market, your running cost of the dishwasher might be much lower than my running cost of the dishwasher. The first ongoing cost that you will incur, and in my opinion, the largest cost, is the cost of the detergent or the tablets. Detergents and tablets are available from various different brands like Fortune, Crystal, Finish. There are some Indian brands also available. So since I'm using the finished product, which is the most expensive, the cost will be higher. So you can estimate that the cost of other detergents and tablets will be a lot lower than this. So using the finished detergent costs about 380 odd rupees for 1 kg. You need about 30 grams to be used every single day. So that would mean that you approximately need 1 kg per month if you are running your dishwasher at full load every single day. The finished tablet, which is a little bit more expensive than the detergent itself, costs around rupees 23 per tablet. So for your monthly expenses for the finished tablet itself will cost you about 690 rupees. The second ongoing cost is the rinse aid. The usage of rinse aid depends on how much load you are actually putting on your dishwasher. Assuming that you are putting a full load, you may need to refill your rinse aid once a week or once in 2 weeks. Whenever you do get the indicator. Technically, if you are using a tablet, the manufacturers actually tell you that you do not need to use the rinse aid, but I still do get the indicator in my dishwasher, so I go ahead and put the rinse aid in. Every single time you refill your rinse aid, it takes about 40 to 50 ml. That comes to about 200 ml per month if you're refilling it every week. So rinse aid is available at around 700 rupees for 800 ml. So approximate cost is around 180 rupees. The next ongoing cost is the dishwasher salt. You will need about 250 grams of dishwasher salt every 2 weeks. So a 2 kg packet of finished dishwasher salt costs around 332 rupees. So that 2 kgs will last you for about 8 months. So your monthly cost for the dishwasher salt will be around 42 rupees. So the next cost is around the water consumption. A full load of dishwasher uses about 11 to 15 liters in a normal running mode and about 18 liters if you're using the intensive mode to wash extremely oily and extremely stained vessels. So this amount of water is extremely negligible, so I'm not going to include that in the cost. Next big segment of cost is the electricity. A dishwasher that is running in the normal auto mode requires about 1.3 kilowatt hour of electricity. If you're considering the highest tier of charges for electricity, which in Bangalore, where I live, is about 7.5 rupees. So that comes to around 300 rupees per month in electricity charges. And that is the increase that I have seen in my electricity bill as well, ever since I started using the dishwasher. Again, to summarize, you will spend about 300 rupees on electricity. You will spend about 42 rupees on dishwasher salt, around 180 rupees on the rinse aid, and between 690 if you're using a dishwasher tablet or 383 rupees if you're using a dishwasher detergent. So the total cost comes up to about 1200 rupees if you're using a dishwasher tablet and close to around 900 rupees when you're using a dishwasher detergent. So I'd also like to remind you that I am using the Finish detergent, rinse aid and tablet combination, which is the most expensive one in the market. If you're using other brands like Fortune, Crystal and so on, it would be a lot lower, so your ongoing running costs will be a lot lower than what I have actually articulated in this video. If this video helped you and you would like to see similar such videos, do drop me a comment on what additional videos you would like to see specifically related to dishwasher, which is what we are talking today. If you liked the video, hit the big fat like button and do subscribe to my channel to see videos every single week on home finance, home automation and home decor. Thank you so much.